a constitution of our own. So it would be disrespectful to celebrate this day without remembering the sacrifices that made by a number of people and the history behind the constitution making and the objectives of the constitution makers. You all know that we got independence in 1947. The constitution making was started before independence. The Indian constitution, longest written constitution in the world, with 1,17,369 words, is not made on one day. The making of the constitution really started before independence, as I said. When Simon Commission, you might have heard about Simon Commission, which was a commission which came here to have constitutional reforms for India, which was denied by the Indians because there was no Indian in that commission. That was the argument highlighted by the Congress at that time. Then the British challenged the Indians. Okay, no Indian in the commission, right? Then let India prove to make a constitution of their own. This challenge was readily accepted by the leaders of that time, but it was not a difficult, it was not an easy task because we don't have such experience before. But under the guidance of the Motilal Nehru and Jawaharlal Nehru, a committee was formed and it submitted its report, and which was known as Nehru Report, which guidelined the future constitution of India. And later, in 1931, under the guidance of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, in the Karachi session of the Congress, they adopted a resolution which also outlined the shape of Indian constitution. Jamon Roy's A Constitution of Free India, a draft. The Gandhian Constitution of India, Free India, by Narayan Agarwal, who were also the pioneers in this regard. All these really, of course, guidelined the constitution makers of India later. You know that the Constituent Assembly was formed in 1946 and a drafting committee was formed in 29th August 1947 and the initial draft was submitted November 4, 1947. But the draft was not readily adopted as the Constitution of India. It was debated, deliberated, discussed by the Constituent Assembly. If we say it is around 166 days, the Assembly met in public session, and around 3 years, that is some student told here that it is exactly 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. So after much deliberations, the final draft of the constitution was accepted and adopted on 26 November 1949. But it enacted on 26 January 1950. That day, India became a republic, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the President of India on 26 January 1950. So why January 26? This day is particular in the history of India. On the same day, January 26, 1930, India celebrated its first Independence Day as a protest against British struggle, British colonial power. The very same day we have chosen to commemorate this incident, to commemorate this historic event, to declare India a republic. We know that the constitution that started guiding the life of republic, that was the outcome of freedom struggle. Mahatma Gandhi led the national movement. He was as much as about winning the independence as about rediscovering our own ideals. The reformers, the revolutionaries, the reformers like Rajaram Mohan Roy, Periyar, then Srinarayana Guru, many more reformers, and the revolutionary like Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev, all they have joined with these missionaries and idealists to rediscover our own age-old values such as peace, equality, and brotherhood. We followed the Vedic advice that let all noble thoughts come to us from all directions. We have used the good things from different countries' constitutions, like the fundamental rights from Soviet Union and the right to freedom of individuality from France and the parliamentary form of government Britain and the federal system from America. For all that, the nation would remain grateful to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who headed the drafting committee. He was a genius, par excellence, an economist, a true historian, a political scientist, luminous lawyer. He firmly believed that the political democracy would not succeed without the social and economic democracy. The beauty of Indian Constitution that we can see in this perfect alignment of political democracy and social democracy. This is very well embodied in the preamble of Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution's preamble represents the true values, core values and the principles of the nation. It starts, how many of you know how the beginning verse of preamble of Indian Constitution, what is it? Yes, we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, highlighting the political democracy.